Hello and welcome to the Daily Reset for Success show. I'm Marion LaSalle, and this is my co-host, Lady Lou.
Lady Lou. Hi, everyone. We're so glad you're here for our show, the Daily Reset for Success. How many are doing resets? Huh? I am. Are you, Marion?
I am, I am, and it really does help. I actually made it to the YMCA at least once this week.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, yes, yes.
So
So, shall we start off with the daily word?
let's do it. I love that stuff.
Me too. And they always have something positive to say. Today, the word is grow. And that was the word that I picked for my stone, my white stone from the white stone ceremony.
Uh-huh.
At the end of the ceremony, you're supposed to pick a word that will stay with you for the rest of the year, and it was grow. So I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad we got that today. So you ready?
I'm ready.
As I plant positive thought seeds, I grow into my spiritual nature. Today I picture myself walking through a garden filled with flowering plants and fruits and vegetables and herbs. As I take in the sights, the smells, textures, and sounds, I behold the beautiful and radiance of the universe made manifest. I recognize that each of these plants had a beginning, a point of origin. I realize the source of all life dwells within me. The same creature power that brings the universe into being rests within me. I now see that I create my experiences through the activity of my thinking. As a spiritual being, I view my human experience as an opportunity for growth and use my life as a catalyst for my soul's development. I was just thinking about that right before we went on today. Lady Lou, I got to tell you that I was thinking about how my thoughts are creating my universe. I am having a wonderful day, and sometimes I'll get in the elevator, here at work, and I'll ask somebody, "How's it going? Happy Monday," and they look at me like, "Yeah, I gotta work, so it's not that happy for me. What's wrong with you?"
Ah,
And, and I saw somebody at the YMCA on Monday morning, and I said, "Happy Monday." She goes, "Oh my God, I'm so glad to meet you." She said, "I said the same thing to somebody, and they asked me what kind of drugs I was on." She said, "I don't, it's not right. No, 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 no." So, anyway,
it's not where you are. That's all that counts.
well, I think it hasn't always been me. I think it has been a gradual shift into thinking my way to a more positive life. I really do believe that. And today we're here resetting our life. We're resetting our daily routine. We're here every single day with you. Okay? Lady Lou and Marion are showing up here every single day. And honestly, even if you weren't here, we'd still show up because we do want change. We do want to reset every day and make it better.
Yes, that's the whole point of us coming. We're happy. We've got what we need in our lives, but we want to share it. And sharing makes it come back to us. It's kind of like a smile. If you give one, you get one. If you give them a gloomy look, they're going to give you a gloomy look. So let's smile and be happy about it.
All right. Okay, smile and I bet you want to know what the national day is, don't you?
Do. I do.
All right. Well, let's figure it out. Okay. So today is January 15th, 2020. Can you believe that?
Already. Hard to believe.
Okay. It's National Hat Day,
Okay.
National Strawberry Ice Cream Day,
Whoa.
and National Bagel Day. Now, there's one more here, Lady Lou, but I have no idea what it means. I don't even know if I'm going to pronounce it right, so you'll have to help me out.
Okay.
It's National BOOCH Day.
B
Beyond?
B O O C H A.
No, no A. Day.
J.
Booch. National
Booch.
Biatch Booch. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here.
Oh well, it's a strange one, but that's okay. We like strange. Neat. Well, those are good days.
I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah.
National Biatch
B-
Bot.
Botch. Well, botch has a T in it, Botch. So, bosh.
Well, there is people call people as a fun name, they call them Biatch.
Oh,
Biatch, so it could be that. That's how they're spelling Biatch. I don't know. That means, without cussing, it means calling them a, what,
oh,
right? Yeah. It's just a slang that the young kids have come up with. So,
well, they're good at that too.
so if you're in the audience and you happen to know what Booch is, please let us know.
Curious minds want to know.
We are on natural curiosity after all, right?
After all,
Yeah.
there's one of the words that I'm going to talk about here today that I forgot to look it up before we went live, and I bet Marion will look that one up for me. So I do puzzle books and I love to do them. And I did one last night and it was all these slang words. And most of them are from our youth, if you will, the boomer youth. And one of them I know I've heard it, but I don't know what it means. So Marion, are you ready to look up a word for us?
Sure.
All right. It is calaboose. Calaboose.
All right. Calaboose.
I have heard the word, but don't have a clue what it means. But while she's looking, some of the other words are.
Oh, I have it already.
Oh, good. Go for it.
It's a local jail.
Oh, of course, the calaboose, the jail.
It's a lockup, a penitentiary, the cooler, the pokey, a prison,
Yeah.
a tinker, a slammer.
Yeah, I was just.
The brig.
I wasn't putting those two together. That's my problem. Just couldn't remember what that meant. But calaboose, okay. And a couple of the one that I really had. I see this tall, skinny man, a hippie, and he's saying this one, out of sight. Don't you remember that one?
Oh, I still use that one. That's out of sight, man.
I do too. And of course, grungy, I've always used grungy. That's what I call my clothes when I'm out working on the farm. I get grungy.
Sure, you're all grungy today. I get that.
Yeah, and here's one I remember and have used many times. Have a cow. Remember that one?
Oh, I still use that one too. Have a cow, man. Don't have a cow. Calm down. Don't have a cow, buddy.
Who in the world invented some of these? I just find them so fun. And then there is right on. Okay, right on. And
I'm gonna remember that. Don't have a cow, buddy, because actually I had a customer in here today, and I wanted to say something worse than that, but that would have been nice, Don't have a cow, buddy. We're good, okay? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and this one you might want to look. This one, I think I know what this means. Shiv, SHIV. I think it's a knife, isn't it?
It is. They call that a shiv in the jails. Boy, it has something to do with jails today. When someone wants to shiv somebody, it means they're going to make a knife out of like a fingernail file or a piece of plastic like a fork. They'll file it down and they'll use it as a shiv.
Okay, that's what I thought that one was. Mm-hmm. And then of course stir crazy. I love that one. I still use that one occasionally. Uh-huh. And here's one of my favorites, twerp.
Oh, you twerp, you?
Twerp, yeah.
I don't remember using that one, but I've heard it before.
I've used it. And I remember this from one of the comedians. I cannot remember his name right offhand, but he was one of the really funny old-time comedians. He used to call everybody a hockey puck. I loved that. He's a hockey puck because it's the connotations is not very good, but it's not a curse word. A hockey puck.
No, if you're a hockey puck, maybe that means you're going to let people kick you around. I don't know.
I don't know, but well, it's a derogatory term. Let's face it. Okay, wingding. That we've used that forever, and zilch. We've used that forever. Let's see, what are some of the other fun ones? I just had the most fun doing these silly things. Baloney. That's old hat. And batty. Oh, he's batty. And I used to use going around the bend, or sometimes it was one color short of a box of crayons. Oh dear. And then there's the boob tube. That's all we still call it, the boob tube. And bummer, that's still around. That didn't go away. And there's the calaboose. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. That's the jail. Of course it is. And chow and clink and conk. I love conk. Conk him on the head. And of course, croak. And oh, here's another good hippie one. Daddy-o.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't dare call my father that. He was not.
Okay, Daddy-o. That's kind of like the okay boomer thing, right?
But I like that one anyway. And of course, ditch. Just get rid of it. Ditch it. And let's see. Dough. We still use that one for money. And fat cat. I love that one. Fat cat. That has such a connotation of a big fat cat. And it's a guy in a three-piece suit with a big belly. That's a fat cat to me.
And a cigar in his mouth.
Oh, yeah. And maybe a fedora on his head. And of course, freak out and geezer. I love geezer. I still use that occasionally. And goofball. We always use that one. And that's it. I just love these old-fashioned words. I'm going to start bringing some of them back into my vocabulary.
Yeah, there were a few that you said in the beginning. I thought, oh man, I like that. I still use that one.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. Some of them just have not gone out of style. They have stayed around in the genre, if you will. Wherever we go, they're there. So, but anyway, it's maybe somebody in the audience has a word that they remember from back then. Maybe type it in for us. We'd love to hear from you.
We would.
Yeah, because we love to have audiences. And I know a lot of you watch on replay, and we appreciate that too. But we don't get the feedback that way. But whatever, it all works out. And we're so tickled to have our audience and so thankful for everyone who shows up. Because we're having a blast doing these shows. In fact, this little while ago, I was talking to my chiropractor. I had to go get my neck adjusted. And I was telling him what we were doing. And his little eyes just got so big. I don't think he thinks I've got what it takes to be on television. I don't know. But he's very interested. And I told him we could have him on our show because he's looking to market his business. And I think it'd be a fun thing to have him on our show. He's a nice guy, young fella. In fact, he's about 10 years older than I thought he was. He just looks young and acts young.
Oh, okay.
He's got a wonderful practice. So I thought we would invite him to one of our shows someday soon.
Okay, good. That sounds great.
Because chiropractors.
I have some tips today for how restarting. This is the daily reset.
Reset.
Both of those mean the same, restart, reset. And I think reset is better than restart because restarting means starting from scratch. And reset really means, hey, you could just reset from wherever you are.
Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah, so here we go. This is just a short little paragraph, and then we can talk about it.
Good.
There are many reasons that you can be prompted to hit the refresh button or the reset button. That's kind of cool. Don't you see that, a big old reset button? I'll have to make one of those.
Yes.
Perhaps you are going through something serious like a divorce or overcoming addiction, healing from a serious injury or illness, or rebuilding after an emotional wound like a betrayal. Ooh, sometimes I've been betrayed a few times in my life and it hurt more than anything. More than anything, I mean it. Regardless of where you're coming from, you can make the road ahead more rewarding by setting up a good foundation. Get a fresh start on your life by figuring out where you want to go. And a lot of us take this time in January to write out our plan for the year at least. Some people go 3 years, some people go 90 days, but it's a really good time to start figuring out what your goals are and really figuring it out by writing it down and talking with a partner about it.
Yeah.
Then you can adopt small positive changes to gradually improve your life. Or if it's necessary, like, something really strong, you could go to the extreme and implement a major life shift.
Oh,
And we haven't really talked about major life shifts yet, but I think most of us don't want to do major. We want to start out with something that we feel we can do and keep, right?
right.
You don't want to start something you know you can't keep.
Yeah, well, a major reset to me would be like moving to a new house or a new town, changing jobs, a new spouse, or leaving an old spouse. Those are major to me. What do you consider major?
Could you hold on?
Yeah, okay. We got to give her a minute. She's at work today.
Yes,
Anyway,
I'll be right back. Yes.
okay, we'll just keep talking because there's always something fun going on in our lives. Marion and I just choose to have that kind of lifestyle. We don't like boredom and we don't like the same thing all the time. We're constantly shifting, changing, and moving what it is that we're doing just because we want change. And I know a lot of us think change is, oh, kind of scary maybe, but I find change to be wonderful because it gets me out of that rut. And I think I've said that before on one of our other shows that a rut is a coffin with the ends kicked out. And I don't choose to be in a coffin, so I choose to change. Right, Marion? We keep our lives changing for the better and moving forward and upward and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. I don't even want to ask you what the coffin was about, but all right. So, yes, a major shift. You asked me what you thought a major shift would be for you. It'd be a new job or a new house, right? So I think yes, it could be a divorce. That's a major shift. It could be a move. Some people choose to move out of the country. To me, that would be a major, major shift.
That's big.
And some people are running away from things, and some people are going to things. And I remember somebody telling me that one time. I was leaving Florida. I'd been there for 12 years, and I couldn't wait to get out of there. And somebody who didn't want me to leave said, well, why are you running away? You should be, going towards something, but not running away from it. And it really hit me hard. At first, I was like, how dare him, tell me I'm running away. But he was right. Instead of being proactive with my life, I was running away from what I considered to be an awful situation. So, what can we do when we need to reset? One of the things we could do is connect to a community like you and I have started here. This is a great community. Natural Curiosity has a lot of things for a lot of different people, and most of it's positive.
Yes.
I can't think of anything that's not positive in it. And we're very neutral. I feel very neutral, not so strong in any opinion. I want to stay in a more neutral situation where I'm not so extreme like I used to be. Some
Well,
people continue like that. They're extreme, right?
right. And with age comes wisdom, and it can be just 1 year older. It doesn't have, you don't have to wait till you're 50 or 60 or 70. You can do it when you're in your 20s and 30s and 40s. And just 1 year will give you more wisdom if you choose it. This is a biggie. We choose what we want in our lives. And I once heard the Ho'oponopono guy, Dr. Hulin, once said, have you ever noticed when you go someplace and to get away from a situation, maybe there, and you go someplace else, he says, you're still there. You're there where you left here and you went there. You're still there. It's still you. You've taken yourself with you and your problems. So we have to learn how to not take our problems to the new situation and to release them. And see, that's part of what we're going to do next Monday when we start our new series on prosperity and frequencies. Hope you can join us.
Yeah, I know that you're busy behind the scenes creating that program, and I appreciate that so much. I really do.
Well, we've got to get the blocks that stop the prosperity. And prosperity and abundance does not always mean money. It can mean love. It can mean friendships. It can mean anything you choose for it to mean that makes you happy. That's prosperity. That's abundance. So we're going to figure out first how to get rid of the blocks. And that's going to be part of your homework. So just expect homework on Monday. And then on the next Monday, we're going to do it every Monday. The next Monday, we will release those blocks, but we have to identify them first. And then we'll progress into changing our frequency after the blocks have been removed. And it's easier than you think. We'll find it. And then we're going to let it go with love.
All right, that sounds good to me. I'm really excited about it. I've been trying to get you to do this for years and years and years. So
I know.
finally we're there. Okay, good.
And I'm
Well,
really,
what's that?
I was going to say, I'm really not a master hypnotist, as Marion has called me. Thank you for that. I am just a basic hypnotherapist. I'm not a master at it. I love it and would love to be a master at it, but that takes more education. But I'm just a plain hypnotherapist.
Oh,
And I'm
just a plain one. Okay.
well trained through the Path Foundation.
Okay. All right. Did you know that that's still going here in Houston area? Yeah, I met the owner years ago, and I saw her again on Sunday. Christy Ruiz has a meeting here every month, and she came to talk about how she hypnotized someone that had been abducted by an alien.
Oh, gosh.
I know. I was like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay. But anyway, I just thought it fascinating that you would say that. You're from the Path Foundation, and she owns the franchise here in the Houston area.
Yeah, the owners have moved to Alabama and they're still doing it over there. So if you're in Alabama, check them out, the Path Foundation.
Well, they're here in Houston too.
Yes, right. But if you're in Alabama, but they were here in Houston when I took it. So it's
There you
been
go.
years ago now, about 15, 20 years ago. And
Okay.
I loved it because it helped me to get through some grief that I was going through from the loss of my husband. And I was just doing everything I knew to alleviate that burden that I was carrying. I didn't know how to let go of it. So if anybody out there is grieving the loss of a loved one, or even if they just moved away or separated or whatever, it doesn't mean they died, but it can. There are ways to get through that grief, and it usually requires help. So just know that, but feel free to ask for help.
Yeah. My ex-husband passed away last night, and
Oh,
my daughter called me this morning, and it was quite sad for her and my grandsons. Um, no matter what he did, to break up our marriage or anything like that, I still feel and have felt, a lot of love for him. He was an important part of my life, and although I'm not sad that he's gone, I feel for my daughter and my grandsons. I just look at it as another transition that we go through in this life. But that doesn't mean, if we were still married, I probably would be very sad. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, he passed away. I'll see him again when I make my transition, right?
Right. It's a good thing in a lot of ways. I know when my husband died, he was no longer in pain. And
Yeah,
same way with my mother. In fact,
right.
I never even cried for my mother until several years later because she was so out of it, the dementia, and she didn't want to be here anymore. She was 90,
Right.
and I was happy for her, actually. I was happy for her and sad for myself and my family, but she was in a better place.
Yeah. Well, time has just flown by. It's almost 30 minutes already,
Yeah.
25 minutes. So we're going to say goodbye for now. We hope that you have enjoyed today's show. We look forward to doing this every single day. We want to reset our lives for a healthier, happier, and more prosperous life.
Right. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Hmm.
Bye for now.
Bye.
See you again soon. And remember, be good.